Hi team, this video is going to give you some insights and some tips and tricks in regards to Google Scholar and how you can use this effectively for both task 1 and task 2 to do your desktop research, and most importantly provide some justifications to some of the things that you're suggesting throughout those two assessment pieces. So follow me along here. We're here at google.com. So what we're going to do first is simply type in Scholar, and we're going to go to the Google Scholar link here. What we're going to do first is we're going to set up our profile so it links to the USC library. Now, why we're doing this particular step is you can imagine that Google Scholar is a multi-billion, if not trillion-dollar search engine. So why we're setting it up for the USC library is because Google Scholar is a far more effective search engine than the databases that the USC library has. So what we need to do here is click these 3 lines here. You'll notice it comes up with several options. The next part we're going to click on is settings, and then we'll come up with this screen here. What we're then going to is library links, and it will come up with this option. Now, I'm lucky enough, I'm sitting on campus at the moment, so it's ticking the University of Sunshine Coast. If you're watching this at home, that may not be ticked or even visible there. So what I want you to type in is USC as a search, and let's just say hypothetically that that is not selected. We'll then select that. So save. So what has happened now is that anytime we add a search into the Google Scholar search area here, it will tell us if we have a copy available that we can download as a result of our access to the USC library. Now let's start with a search. Now, one of the theories or frameworks, the general ones that we went through in our sessions, was the theory of planned behavior. And one way I'm going to show you how to effectively search with Google is using certain search terms and ways of searching to make sure you're maximizing your efforts when you're researching or doing your desktop research. So you'll notice here that I put theory, and you'll notice that I've just put the little speech commas here, and this will make sense shortly, of planned behavior. Now notice that I've got the searched, not the search terms, these little commas here. What I'm doing and why I'm using those there is what it will tell Google Scholar is that I want you to search for articles that only have these words together, not separately. If I didn't have them, if I didn't have the inverted commas, it would search for these words separately. Now, there might be an article that has all of these words, but they're not together. But when I put these together, like this, it will then search for those. And I might say, let's just say I was looking at sustainability marketing. So we've now got our search terms in. We've searched. Now we can see that there's we've had our first stroke of luck with some good articles that are coming through that might be of relevance to us. Now, one thing that we can do is actually make our search even more relevant. So let's just say that we want our research to be more contemporary. Well, we can search by a custom range. So these are the date ranges here. So let's just say, well, I really want the most up-to-date, state-of-the-art research. I want since 2019, and then we can go further, and we can see that there are more coming through that are of that particular date range. Or if I want to go a little bit older, we can go to 2016. Now, another thing that we can do as well is if we find an article that we particularly like, so let's just say this article by Hand and Style in 2017, we read it and we found that it was quite a good article, something that we liked, we think was quite relevant towards our task 1 and task 2. You'll see that there is this cited by button here. What that means is there's 47 other people that have conducted research in a similar area and have reference, just like you reference a report or you reference when you're doing your assignments and your reports, they have referenced this particular article. So if I click on cited by, we now come into articles that have cited that. So we've clicked on that, and now we can see there's a whole list further of articles about sustainability marketing. Some might be more relevant than others. If we wanted to make it more targeted, we can click this button and then search within those articles as well. So another function that I want to outline to you to help you with your research purposes, your desktop research, but also the formatting and referencing of your report, is this function here. There's a lot of functions in this. So you'll notice there's this little button here, Cite. So if you've ever, like me, and you hated typing out your references word for word and sitting there, if you click this button here, and let's say you like that particular article by White and you wanted to reference it in APA style, you can hover over, right click, copy, and paste that into your Word document. So that's an easy way if you start finding articles and you want to integrate them into your report and cite them, that's another tool as well. So hopefully this little short overview as to how to use Google Scholar, how to search for it for your theories and frameworks, but importantly for your managerial problem as well. Hopefully they speed up your research, your desktop research process, and your referencing process as well.